And now to our news correspondent, Ann Osgood. How's everything there, Ann?
Hello, Osgood here, coming to you live from the scene of last night's massacre. Last night, world-renowned Olympic athlete and business icon Othello was found dead with his CFO Iago, his wife Desdemona, and her assistant Emilia. Last night, a police call was made around 1 in the morning, hours after they were seen leaving a party together. Police have yet to make their statements, and Michael Cassio, witness to the crime, is currently being interrogated for his role that led up to this tragedy. This is all we know at this time.
That was just 2 days ago. More information has since been discovered. Michael Cassio has taken over Othello's company as interim CEO. Motives are still unclear, but here to tell us the inside story is the man himself, Michael Cassio. Welcome. My name's Jane.
My name's Meredith.
My name's Celeste.
So, Cassio, tell us your side of the story.
Well, to be honest, I never imagined Iago could fall this far. Othello was an inspiration to all of us at Black Ram Incorporated. All of Iago's whispering lies corrupted the truth of the matter. I guess I would have to say it all began after I was promoted to CFO. We were out celebrating, and Iago had encouraged me to drink way more than I could handle. Things got out of hand, and I ended up getting into a drunken fight with the CEO of our sister company, White Ale Industries. That night, I was demoted and replaced with Iago. Since the murder, Othello's phone has been retrieved and searched for clues. Messages have been discovered that show Iago had been hinting that I had been sleeping with Desdemona. This, of course, isn't true. In fact, I went to Desdemona per Iago's suggestion and begged her to appeal to her husband on my behalf. Of course, this only made him more suspicious. Soon after, Othello started acting strange and violent towards Desdemona. She was completely oblivious to everything and suggested that they go on stargazing for their next date. It's clear to me what happened next. He killed his wife for her supposed infidelity. When Emilia discovered the two of them, she had figured out her husband's plan and told Othello. Iago ended up murdering her on sight for revealing his secret. After that, the police arrived to find Othello had killed himself and laid down next to his wife.
Tragic story.
So would you say that Iago started all this drama?
Well, yeah, I mean, before Iago, Othello never doubted his wife. They had just returned from their honeymoon, and they were as in love as they could be. Othello had always been a very respectable man up until Iago told him those lies.
It all seems so all of a sudden. The other day I was in the store and I picked up a magazine and it had their wedding photos in it. And now all I can think is...
Yeah, this is so typical. I mean, celebrities always act out every other week. Another one goes to jail.
I don't know. It's just so...
But I mean, Othello wasn't really like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know him
Yeah,
like
I used
that.
to love him. He was so cool. He was so amazing.
Yeah.
I admired him very much. He was one of the only ones who wasn't so crazy and dramatic.
Yeah, I know. I've never really heard anything bad about him until to now. And I'm surprised. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's why, I don't know, it's like so disappointing. Like, I mean, it's surprising because Othello and everyone thought he was so perfect, but at the same time, it's pretty common for celebrities to do these type of crazy stuff.
I mean, that's true. Before, he was really one of the good guys. You know, everyone cared about him. No one thought bad about him. But now no one's going to remember him for that. I mean, he always tried to help people, but now they're just going to remember him as some psycho who tried to kill his wife.
Yeah, I remember last year he had an auction. I actually bought some stuff from him, but
Really? Oh my god.
yeah.
So cool.
He also sold his Olympic medals, and he gave the proceeds to charity.
So nice. But I mean, I can't stop thinking about why he killed her. It's just so terrible. Even the best of us have our flaws. Even celebrities. I mean, I know that they look like they have perfect lives, you know, but they really don't, and that they might have these perfect relationships.
Yeah.
But this is just shows us that we have the wrong idea of celebrities and people like Othello. They still have the same jealousies as us, and we're all the same.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, Othello was such a great guy. He just let his jealousy get the better of him, which made it easy for Iago to manipulate him. Even though there was never any proof, his jealousy made everything worse than it was.
I agree. I mean, it wasn't just Iago though. It was Othello. Everything he was feeling is what caused it. All that jealousy, all those doubts, that was right there in him. And Iago just made it easier to let that control him. Othello's the one responsible for their murders.
But was it really his fault? Without Iago, none of this would have happened. Othello would still be happily married to Desdemona.
Yes, it is Othello's. It is his fault. Because Othello's the one that believed Iago. No one
He
forced
fell
him
for
to.
it.
And besides, even if she really was cheating, he took things way too far.
I mean, Iago's the one who planted the handkerchief with him. So,
And Desdemona told him she didn't give it to him, and he should have believed her.
He didn't think he could trust her. And anyone else would think the same thing. People are always lying and cheating. He needed to take responsibility for his actions.
I think he did. At the very end, he realized what he'd done, and he couldn't handle the guilt. The bottom line is, he should have trusted his two friends over Iago, someone he barely knew. But he didn't, because he was jealous and he was insecure, and a lot of us, I'll bet, would have made the same mistake.
Yeah, I know if my boy cheated on me, I'd want to kill him too.
Okay, but I still think that Othello is the victim here.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean. Othello was the victim of his own emotions. His emotions were so strong, he really couldn't control his actions.
Oh my gosh, I think really it was his love that killed them all, which is so sad. But when Iago told him all those lies, it turned all his love into hatred and jealousy and insecurity. And his love is why he killed her. Because if someone you don't know, like, betrays you, you don't care. But if someone you love and you trust and you're married to betrays you, then everything goes out the book. And you can't control yourself. If he hadn't have loved her, he wouldn't have been able to kill her.
Yeah, she was his reason to live, and she became his reason to die. Of course, Desdemona was so oblivious to everything that was happening until that night, and everything she did to appeal myself to her husband only drove him crazy.
You guys, this could be us. I mean, we're not rich and famous, but we've all made bad decisions, just like Othello did, for reasons most people don't understand.
I can relate. One time I was dating this guy, and my friend told me that she heard he was some girls were sending him nudes. So I was like, we got into a big fight. I know, that's crazy, right? Then after we broke up, I found out she made up the whole thing so she could date him. So she backstabbed me.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible. Whoever told you that must have been
No, it wasn't her fault. It was mine for listening to her. I mean, I didn't even listen to my boyfriend when he tried to explain.
It's human nature to be insecure, to lash out like this. It's sad, but all of us do it. We all get angry and imagine scenarios that will never happen, and we all make terrible choices because of them.
Cassia, what do you think you'll do after this?
I honestly don't know. I don't know how I can go back to work after something like this. I keep overthinking every move I make because what if I do it too? Anyone could be Othello. Everyone could be Othello.